Right.
Okay, so he's hunting a Hiriaz with a hunting rifle over by the bridge, south of where we are now. And then the sun was right behind it, so restricted his view. And he shot, ran over to the body. The Hiriaz was gone, and this guy was lying dead with a rifle of his own next to him. And Handon stood over the body. Okay.
Is there any other information you need? Very well.
And you?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
No.
Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Okay, so he claims to be running, hears a shot, comes over, and finds Calder dead.
Gino Mulera Kempaija, Slimopoduama?
Before the clouds broke.
Tong Haitwam Gigi Lumpa. Nitapoe Tikito. Kachikun Ita Haldonga. Iking Kun Takum Justach Miki. Runda di Hodonga Kun Hunkabi. Kachikun Ita Haldonga. Iking Kuno Pamulera Chikun.
Okay. Now, I think I've picked up one discrepancy in the story. There might be more to it, but the one I picked up is Rykard was saying that the sun was blinding his view, but this guy, he's telling me that the storm clouds were gathering and the sky was dark. So I can't see how the sun was restricting Rykard's view if it was a grey sky. So, let's have a look.
Wanna kundes chika kunjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank, wale oganda naru chuchu. Jedabadwana nidibobo. Tonga bungsha nunya. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwale o gandona chuchut. Kachichu ita dundonga. Mucho shalpakat.
I'm going to challenge Rykard just because of the storm clouds, and he's saying it was sunny, and I don't think it was sunny. That's the only basis of my investigation. I can't seem to find any other holes in the story. Plus, I don't like Rykard's attitude. So yeah, I think he's lying. Why? It was cloudy. There's no sun glare.
Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwale o gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga.
Ah, you see? Told you.
Takum just takniki grabulmogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga.
What do you mean the first step? There's more to this? Good Lord. Okay. Part 2 of the investigation, the motive.
Is there any other information you need?
Ah, okay. I might need more paper. Okay. Can you tell me about Calder and Handon?
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Nettic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
Okay, Calder and Rykard.
According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Nettic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Let's speak with Mr. Rykard again.
So, what do you want to know?
We'll ask him if he knows the victim.
Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right.
Okay, that's gonna be challenging in our accusations.
How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him.
I don't think so. You seem to have rented a speeder with him.
But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Punch his face in? Why is that?
My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime.
Oh, the plot thickens then.
Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Do you know what I'm beginning to think now? I'm beginning to think they're both involved in this murder. I think it's a joint enterprise.
Kupa Chekupa? Gino Mulira Kimpaija, Slimupo Duama? Runda Diho Tunga Kun Hunkabi. Onakun Bez Ching Palamule, Tunka Chikun Ida Donga. Iking Kuno Ba. Runda Diho Tunga Kun Hunkabi. Onakun Bez Ching Pa.
Ah, but Hampton is lying this time.
Kupa Chekupa?
His wife was cheating on him with Calder.
Takunjus Takmiki Grabumoko, Kachichu Ita Bodunga, Tolbabank, Waleoganda Naru Chuchut.
Focus on the murder weapon.
Kachikun Ita Donga, Iking Kuno Ba Muchashak Bakan.
Okay, so now we're going to the murder weapon. And as per usual, we'll start with the information droid first.
Is there any other information you need?
Okay, tell me about the weapon found at the
We
scene.
cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need?
Okay, that's useful. Didn't belong to Calder.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
I never know, it actually may prove quite pivotal to the case if one of them lies about it, but...
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Alright, and Mr. Hand and Gold?
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen. I hardly have enough money. Even I would how can I? Of course.
Okay. So the weapon is Handens.
Hakupa, Chekupa? Hakupa? Runda di Hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun ta kun just tak miki grabelmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Runda di.
What the hell? Don't even dare start after all I've done. Let me just double check. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can shot from behind by the blaster. Am I missing a trick here?
Is there any...
Is there a report of Handa's blaster being stolen?
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with...
Oh.
Very well.
He hasn't reported it stolen. Blaster is Handen's, but he lied about it being stolen. One final piece. Are you joking me? Okay, blood sample.
Is there any other information you need?
Tell me about the blood sample.
I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other...
Alright, I'll be back. Probably.
So, what do you want to know? Right.
How can I be? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. Well, no. I hope you don't find that incriminating. Normally, I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Medic, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife, right under my nose, no less.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
As much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the... I was just out run... Of course.
Okay, let's see what we can do here.
통 아봉샤 옵니나? 그런데 어떤가 군 한갑이 어느 군
Uh-oh. Is this where I make my accusation here?